Mentorship. Mentorship. Will Jameson.
I was raised independently. Oftentimes, my dad, I would only see him once a week when I was a small child. My mom, she was working full-time. Never had time. She was too busy to even open the door. I raised myself. If I wanted something, I went out and got it. By the time I was 11, I was my own man. I could handle my own. Nobody told me what to do. Not even my teachers. That's why I had straight F's. Fantastic. Right? This mode of thinking actually continued throughout my life. Let's fast forward 7 years. Through that time, I cared about me. My dad told me when I was young, son, it's about taking care of number one. You gotta look out for yourself. You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. So I did that. But what it caused is a lack of connection from my friends, a lack of care. That led to me without too many friends. I didn't have very many friends. Didn't talk to very many people. I was a little bit isolated. Shy. I was so shy to the point where I would raise my hand in class, be sitting down, and then as soon as the teacher came around to me, I would be so shy, my heart would start pounding, and I would just settle. And it wasn't the way I wanted to be. It wasn't until I met a man named Peter Lee. Peter Lee was a speech teacher at the Ansel. And Peter Lee taught me. He said, Will, I understand that you're deathly afraid of speaking. But if you just show me your best, and you try your hardest, I will help you every step of the way through this class. And so I worked hand in hand with him, and he inspired me. He showed me the true value of communication. And that true value is that communication is the essence of opening up possibilities in your life. Through that, I began to work hand in hand with him, and I not only passed the class, but I got the highest grade in the class. I later on went to California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo. There I met a gentleman named Brandon Corsi, who was the head of the sales engineering club. He said, Will Jameson, you go out there, you make those phone calls to businesses, you go out there, you lead teams, and anything you don't feel like you can do, I will have somebody else do that for you. But anything that you do feel like you can do, I will be with you every step of the way to make sure that you succeed. And he said that to me. And he did, and I did. That club later grew from 5 people to 85 people, and grew from $0 in the bank to $30,000 in the bank within 1 year. Later on, after college, I went to go to do network marketing. And my network marketing mentor, Con Bong, he taught me about teamwork. He said, Will, you have so much trouble building a team, you don't connect with the people that you bring in. You leave them stranded once you bring them in. What's up with this? You have no sense of collaboration. You have no sense of support. So he worked with me hand in hand. He showed me exactly what it meant to truly support someone, to develop long-lasting friendships and connection. And I gotta say, through that, I grew a team of over 30 people consistently. And from that, I gotta say, everything that I have achieved in my life so far is due to these specific people. And what do these specific people have all in common? They were good mentors. What makes a good mentor? First of all, they inspired me. They not only inspired me, because that's only half the path there. They saw something in me before I could see it myself. They saw my potential. And I gave them a hard time. I was a lone wolf. Remember that. I did things on my own. I didn't need nobody. But when I gave them heck, I took all my garbage from my life and put it right on top of them. They said, all right, let's sift through this. Let's make this work for you. And they never gave up on me. That was powerful. That was empowerment at its finest. And that was what was transformational in my life. And I owe everything in my life to all of my mentors. I have many more, including my father. And I tend to think to myself, and I ponder upon this question. Why isn't it that every person who's shy doesn't go out in front of a Toastmasters competition and speak? Why isn't it that everyone who's poor doesn't go out and find the mentors that will make them rich? Why isn't that so? And then what I think about is that I think that there might be a lack of mentorship in our society. Let's go back to 100,000 years ago. Caveman. Little brother needs to learn how to hunt. Big brother says to little brother, grab spear. Let's go hunt. I teach you. They're saber-toothed. They march out together, right? That's how humans have been learning for thousands of years, up until the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution was the beginning of institutionalized learning. When we have the Industrial Revolution, where there is no longer a need for mentorship, then we have the institutionalized educational system. There is no mentorship there as well, because it's all in lecture hall style. Now with these, you can see that the later on effect, because of that derived from this, is that you have a mother working full-time, you have a father working full-time. They do not have time to take care of their kids, so what do? They take their kids, they give them to complete strangers for 8 hours out of the day where they don't know what they're learning, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what philosophies they're adopting. This leads me to believe that there is a lack of mentorship. And I believe that through mentorship, we can educate people, and educate people in our community, in our network, and in our life to live more abundantly, to thrive, to live a healthier lifestyle, and to be able to go out there and make an impact in the world. That is why I have dedicated my life to creating a system of mentorship. And with this system, I believe it will make an impact. We have seen the network marketing companies did a great job of setting the foundation for business-to-business mentorship. We have seen the social networking companies being able to collaborate with everybody and facilitate that communication between us. The next step is to create a social network that encourages mentorship, leadership, and spiritual practices to the entire world. I feel called to be fully responsible for that next step, because of my belief that mentorship, it will be reinstated in our society. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right.